Steve Croxton is here with MetroWoodWorks, and he's the builder of this beautiful deck, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about using Trex on a deck. So let's go talk with him. Hi, Steve.
How you doing?
Fine. It's a beautiful deck. What you doing right here?
Well, what we're doing is installing the Trex, and the way we install the Trex is we have some pieces that we've pre-cut here and routed the edges, pre-drilled the screw holes, and we're ready to install them. The way we install is simply put it into position, put our spacers in, maintain a proper gap, and we just screw this in with the hot dip galvanized screw, and then we just tap over top of the screw with a hammer, and the screw virtually disappears.
It disappears. That's terrific. Well, now, the spacers here, why in particular do you all use those?
Well, the spacers are to maintain a gap. As you probably know, wood decking shrinks. The Trex doesn't have a tendency to shrink by moisture conditions, so when we install it, we want to put a gap in it to maintain the water flow and debris that can fall through. And that's why we're really putting the gap in.
So all the lines are going to be even over time versus a wood deck.
We're going to maintain a 3/16 of an inch gap with these spacers throughout the entire deck.
Okay. Now, this is a gorgeous deck here. Can you show us some of the features of it?
Sure. Clark, there's three things I'd like to point out to you on this deck that the Trex has enabled us to do, and one of which is this curved step that you see, which would be very difficult, if not impossible, to accomplish with the wood product.
Right.
The other thing that we've done is covered all the remaining exposed wood with a PVC-coated aluminum, which is also very low maintenance, very easy to maintain, and will last for very many years. The third thing we do with the Trex on this particular deck is to put it on the top and bottom cap of our rail systems, which will allow for splinter-free use of those rails.
Yeah, also, I know when sometimes you go down aluminum, when it's wet, it's a little
slippery.
slick.
Yeah, so we want to put something on there that's good and safe, and
the skid resistance that Gary was talking about.
That's correct.
That's terrific. Well, now, what are the differences you find in working with Trex, say from wood?
Well, there are a few differences. One of which is carrying the material is a little heavier, which would be one of the downfalls of the product. But the good points about it are when you cut through the material, you have no wood grain to shift your blade back and forth, so you get good straight cuts. Also, when you router it, it comes out nice and smooth and never have any splintering up of the routered surface. And then pretty much the rest of it is very similar to installing a wood product.
Here with the PVC metal wrapping, this thing is virtually maintenance free.
That's right. When we started using the Trex years ago, about 7 years ago, it was very nice material for decking, but then we started thinking, well, what could we do with the rest of the deck to make the rest of the deck low maintenance?
Right.
And that's where at our company we came up with the idea of wrapping with aluminum, using several different rail products that we've come up with, custom rail designs, and makes for a very nice deck that you won't have to ever put a water sealer or a pressure washer on.
Now, what are some of the other projects that you've done in the area using Trex?
Well, we have a real nice pool deck that is, of course, a great application for Trex because obviously you don't wear shoes in the pool.
Okay.
When we come out of the pool, you've got this nice surface that has very good traction, wet or dry, so you don't have to worry about slipping on the product. Then we also have a nice deck with a trellis that's made out of Trex with a hot tub below it and a screen porch, which with the hot tub, again, you have the bare feet situation.